Hello. So today we're going to make some chicken. And for this chicken, you're going to need a small sized onion with some olive oil. You're also going to need this here, which is a pressure cooker. I'll tell you the rest of the ingredients as I add them in. So we're going to use about half a teaspoon of this garlic ginger paste. You can, I just noticed, you can find this in pretty much anywhere really, I think. So back to the onions and garlic. We're going to saute really good and pretty much allow the onions to caramelize. Once they caramelize, we're going to add a half a teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. Alright, I'm going ahead and adding this ginger garlic paste. As you can see, I didn't really add a lot, half a teaspoon, give or take. And we're just going to stir this to let the garlic and ginger cook. So it's been about a minute and the ginger and garlic has cooked. Next, we're going to add chicken, and I'm adding chicken legs. I'm adding, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 chicken legs. These chicken legs are about small to medium. You can definitely double up this recipe and make more, but remember that you should also add more onions and the rest of your ingredients if you're going to double up the recipe. So now what we're going to do is I should have mentioned that my pressure cooker is actually set on saute. You can either set it on saute or browning mode. Been on saute and browning mode since I started this whole process. And so what we're going to do is allow the chicken to pretty much get nice and golden brown. Now at this time, we're going to go ahead and add the spices. What spices are we going to use, you might ask? Well, let me show you. So I'm using this spice here. It's called the butter chicken masala, but really what it is coriander, cumin, red chilies, almonds, cashew nuts, cardamom, cloves, salt, ginger, garlic, cloves, black pepper, black cardamom, and fennel leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon or maybe 2 tablespoons. I'll let you know exactly how much I added for my chicken. So I went ahead and added about 2 tablespoons of this spice. Now, if you want it to be a little bit mild and you don't want too many spices, you can just feel free to add 1 tablespoon. If you want more, you could add up to 3 tablespoons. I think 2 tablespoons is a good medium for me. I'm gonna basically stir this and allow the chicken to brown, and then once it browns, we're gonna add water, close the lid, and allow it to cook. I'll show you. So I should also mention that if you want to do this with chicken breast, feel free to do that. If you want things to be a little bit maybe leaner, or you don't like chicken legs, you can do it with chicken thighs. Pretty much with any type of chicken, really. So the key at this point is to make sure you allow enough time for the chicken to brown on each side, because what that's going to do is it's going to give the chicken a lot of flavor. So I went ahead and added exactly 1 cup of water. I measured it out. Basically, the rule of thumb is to make sure your chicken is not, the water level is below your chicken, because with the pressure cooker you don't really need a whole lot of liquid to allow the chicken to cook. And I know some of the browning kind of washed away, but that's okay. We still got most of the flavor here. Okay, so I've got my lid here. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it. And the next thing I'm going to do is press pressure cook, and I'm going to set it for 20 minutes. Let's say 23 minutes, okay? We're gonna allow it to pressure cook for 23 minutes, and I'm gonna show you how it looks like when it's all done. Okay, so this is how it looks like when it's all done. The meat, let me show you. The meat is really, really soft. Kind of falls right out of the bone. And then you've got some broth and some sauce here. If you wanted to, if you wanted a little bit drier and you don't want it, you know, super saucy, you can just put your pressure cooker setting on back to saute and just let it kind of let some of the water evaporate away. But that's it. So easy and simple. By the way, if you do not have a pressure cooker like this, it's not the end of the world. You could still do this on like, it would really turn out really well on like a Dutch oven or pretty much any pot. You just have to give it more time, you know, cook it for about 25 minutes or 30 minutes maybe. In fact, it probably will take the same amount of time, it's just a different process of cooking. Alright, I hope you learned something from this process.